Inflation hits the big time. Well, Fed Chair Jay Powell made it official this week. Even he's getting concerned now about inflation.
The threat of persistently higher inflation has grown. The test that we've articulated, I think, clearly has been met now. Inflation has run well above 2% for long enough. The word transitory has different meanings to different people. It's probably a good time to retire that word and try to explain more clearly what we mean. You've seen our policy adapt, and you'll see it continue to adapt. We will use our tools to make sure that higher inflation does not become entrenched. The economy is very strong and inflationary pressures are high, and it is therefore appropriate, in my view, to consider wrapping up the taper of our asset purchases, which we actually announced at the November meeting, perhaps a few months sooner.
And if Mr. Powell needed any confirmation that we are seeing our prices skyrocket, he need look no further than American sports. We knew we were in for it when Stephen Cohen bought the New York Mets and pledged to do whatever it takes to win.
We're going to strengthen our farm system, keep our players healthy, and use the best analytics. We're going to build a process that produces great teams year in and year out. You build champions. You don't buy them.
But this week, Mr. Cohen was buying instead of building, ponying up $130 million over 3 years for the great pitcher Max Scherzer, a great pitcher who just happens to be 37 years old. And others, like Michael Reese of Owl Capital, agree with Steve Cohen that it's really like any other kind of investing.
We see real upside in sports investing, and we're taking the same DNA and applying it to a different industry.
But if you think it's only professional sports that are seeing this kind of runaway inflation, you should think again. Take the case of Notre Dame football coach Brian Kelly, who said it would take a fairy godmother with a $250 million check to get him to leave, but who left for a mere $100 million over 10 years offered by LSU instead of that fairy godmother. Or even better, the Oklahoma head coach Lincoln Riley, who moved on to USC, saying he did it because of the support he felt there.
As a football coach, to have that support behind you from some of the most influential people in this university, from your bosses, from people that are going to make big decisions, it said everything that I needed to hear.
The kind of support that will pay Coach Riley $110 million, give him a $6 million house, and, get this, unlimited use of a private jet for him and his family. Good luck to Jay Powell if he thinks he can tame that sort of inflation.